guys, welcome to another advanced tactics series for Battlefield 3 multiplayer gameplay, brought to you by Windshear. Covered two other series now with the helicopter pilot, the tank, and now I want to talk about the helicopter gunner, which should wrap up the helicopter. Getting picked up by my buddy Skyler here. Want to give a shout out to him again. Excellent chopper pilot. Look at this. This maneuvers for me to pick him up and let the mayhem begin. And this is Gulf of Oman DLC map, and we were just kind of getting, our team was just horrible on this map. Even though I just get a ridiculous kill streak with this gunner position, we still lose this match. It's just amazing to me. I get a 21 kill streak in the gunner position alone, and go I think 32-3 on this match, and we still lose this match. So it goes to show you, you can be the COD god or whatever, and just tear it up Call of Duty style with your KD, and you can still lose a match. So unfortunately, usually the helicopter turns the tide when you can take out this many vehicles, but unfortunately, if your teammates just don't capture positions, then you're pretty much screwed. And of course, there are, I think, what, 4 capture points in this map, depending on which one you're playing. But again, I want to talk about tactics, so that's the focus of this video. The gunner, again, my loadout is autoloader, thermal vision, and guided rockets. And I'm gonna go ahead and say guided rockets are better than the CITV or the TV. That is a TV guided rockets. That's the last unlock you get. And I've tried with those; they're just too hard to use and ineffective compared to the guided rockets. Those are guaranteed hit once they lock on. But you know, how do you do good in the gunner position? Well, kind of touched on that a little bit before in my first gunner tip video, but this I really want to kind of describe the specifics of it. That is that you're constantly looking around. First of all, don't fixate on anything. Even if you're trying to get something or a target, constantly keep scanning around and constantly hitting the select button is your main focus in the gunner position. That way you can keep in coordination with your pilot. He can see what you see, and it helps, of course, if your pilot is in communication with you, which we were in this case. So, man, he's a good pilot. I mean, I don't know how he gets so close to those vehicles without actually crashing into them, but it really makes the gun much more effective when you get closer to the vehicle, and it does much more damage. At least that was my observation. And we both got, or he's got air radar on, so that helps me. He has another pair of eyes looking at that air radar as well, so I call out to him whenever we see the helicopter. If he's flying around, he can't look at everything. So again, that's always our priority, is to go after this chopper. And in the gunner position, your main responsibility in the gunner position is to really focus on that helicopter. Yeah, the rockets easily take down the helicopter, the air-to-air rockets, missiles that is, but the gunner's got a big obligation to take him out. Look at this guy parachuting down, shooting at us. He's hitting me, but I can't hit him. Okay, I'm gonna call that a glitch. Also, the gunner should focus on jets taking off, just like that. You know, put those jets down, put every threat you can down in the gunner position. You'll see me switch between thermal vision a lot. That's me. That allows me to kind of instantly scan them around for enemies. And I'm still debating whether or not that's the best option in the gunner position. I would almost think sometimes, especially in this match, how much I just stayed in normal vision without going to thermal, that it may be better to have flares equipped instead of thermal vision, to give you an extra set of flares to kind of help counteract missile locks. I'm still debating that, but it's still very effective to have thermal vision, so you can't argue against that. But see how quick I picked that guy up on Charlie with the thermal vision. It really helps. Again, helicopters in the gunner position, burst fire the gun too. That really helps with the gunner, especially at longer ranges with the chopper. Then when you get in closer to him, you can go fully automatic with the gunner auto cannon. Really deadly against choppers and, of course, just anything. It's by far the most powerful weapon in the game. Lead the target if you can. That's another tip. This typical mistake people make. They try to just, moving targets, you got to lead them a little bit, and that's not easy to do when you're going against a Jeep. In particular, how many bullets it takes to take a Jeep out. I think that's a bit ridiculous sometimes. It shouldn't take, you know, as many to take out a Jeep as it does a tank. And in particular, when you get on top of a tank, and the autocannon with the gunner is much more effective. The closer you get, and you can get behind it or on top of it, those bullets become much more deadly to tanks. Our pilot's doing a good thing here. You can see he pretty much lays off the jets, which is a classic mistake I get in the gunner position with our new pilots. They always want to get up high and take on jets. It's just a waste of time. You know, shoot a couple missiles at them every now and then, let them know you're there, and then move on to more important threats like the helicopter. That's always your #1 priority. You see, as I get closer here, I just go fully automatic with it. I don't know what happened there. That helicopter should have gone down. I mean, as many bullets as I was getting on him, he should have gone down a long time ago. And this worked out in their favor. Sometimes it's a coin toss of face-to-face engagements like that. And their gunner shot me out of the seat. They didn't take out the chopper. You can actually shoot pilots out of the seat. So I just respawned back into here. And that's where we basically continue this mayhem for the last half of the match. And this is another problem people would do with jets. If you fly too slow, you'll stall the plane, guys. The only difference is in reality, when you stall the plane, it actually crashes instead of just kind of hovering there. But when they stall like that, they're going really slow. You can get hits on them too. They're real easy to hit in the gunner position. Here's the guided rockets from the gunner position. It's pretty much an instant hit. It kind of surprised me how slow that rocket really flies. I think it should be a little quicker than that, but it hits them most of the time. And I think it's much more effective than the TV guided rocket. So I'm going to recommend that highly over the TV guided rocket, even though it's kind of fun to play around with that. It's more of a toy than an effective weapon. And it shouldn't be the last unlock that you get, because it requires the highest degree of skill to use. Don't be afraid to go after enemies with this gunner position. I mean, look at that. I mean, just 1 or 2 shells on a guy now pretty much takes him out. It's so effective against infantry, this weapon. And again, that should always be your #1 priority when you're going after the enemy, is to go after their infantry, because those are easy kills, and that's what this game's all about. You know, it's eliminating the tickets for the enemy team, getting kills, basically. You can also take positions on flags. That's what we do here. We set it down. Of course, somebody spawned there. I mean, this team is being so good and aggressive about taking positions, and that's why they won this. Even though their scores sucked, you know, that's what got them the game. Look at that. I shot that guy through the little sandwich in the building. I mean, this gun can just reach out and touch somebody if you are aggressive with it and you at least try. You think a lot of times you want to make those shots, but you can't. Poor bastards rolling up in a Jeep. That's a mistake. I mean, get the guy that's blazing us with the Stinger. Just crazy kill him with this thing. Shoot a guy in the building again. I mean, just don't be afraid to use this weapon. This is how it should be used. Unfortunately, people just don't use this weapon to its potential. Gotta get it in position. Get somebody you know that flies good. I mean, I fly decent, but not as good as this guy. And this is just ridiculous to me. I don't know how we survived this long. He knows when to deploy the flares. You know, I work in coordination with him, in conjunction with him. We work together to focus our attack. He knows when to retreat. I don't even have to tell him. You gotta know when to pull out of the battle, because when you get a 21 kill streak in the gunner, somebody's gonna eventually notice. And if I were on that team, that'd be my #1 objective. But even above the flags would be take us out. But we never really seem to get put down that much. But look at all these capture points they have. It's just like, where's my team at? You know. Yeah, try to get the rocket strikes from behind. Much more effective against weapons or vehicles. Get down low, get them from above. That's the main stuff I can tell you about the gunner. Keep scanning that turret around, constantly hitting the select button. Be aggressive with it. Don't be afraid to at least try to get rounds on infantry. Look at this. I got like 3 guys. I'm like, oh yeah, let's go. All kinds of guys to choose from here. This is like a gunner's dream right here. But we have to move on from infantry towards a helicopter. I mean, again, your always #1 objective or priority is taking out that helicopter. Got some rounds on that jet. Video's wrapping down. Of course, the jet suicides into this. That's about the only way they can ever take you out nowadays. It seems like. Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe if you liked the video. Let me know what future videos you want to see. I'm still working on advanced tactics. I'm going to start moving on to tactics for classes and, in particular, weapon loadouts, too. Thanks for watching.